Peeps, this has been with that damn figure show, and I am back with some inspo. I saw these guys being advertised towards the tail end of 2025, and I started out with this one and his partner first. He's from the APOC series, and I have his partner over here. And I decided, I was like, okay, wait a minute, if I'm gonna, do the idea that I had, I want to get a few more of them. So I decided to get two guys that I think look like main characters, and it was the Assaulter from the UNSC, which just came out. I got this guy like last week, and then I got this guy some time ago. This is the Fear Night Raid type pilot, which I think looks awesome. He reminds me of Hunk, and that's what he's going to be. I don't care what his name is here. He's going to be Hunk. And if you don't know who Hunk is, that's from Resident Evil. He was one of the main Umbrella soldiers that never really failed a mission. And I'm super hype on these. I had a really, I got hit with a really good idea that I thought. And it was to pair these guys up with one of my favorite, lines of all time, and they no longer make this line, but it's from HiyaToys, and I thought that these guys make these guys look so much more imposing. Now, if you guys know me, I do have 1/24 scale. This is 125. I do have 1/24 scale figures that I've had on the channel before, and I've did small things for, but you get it, small things, they're small. But I opted out of ever even committing to them because I just felt like they were too small. Like, I know this is not much. This guy came out a few years ago. I bought him on eBay. Just the pilot. He was a pilot. I forget which mech he came with. The mech is awesome, but I forget which mech he came with. But I got this guy, and as you can see, let me take the Predator out, City Hunter, because I just feel like he draws attention. So as you can see, one is 1/24 scale, if I'm not mistaken. The other one is 1/25 scale. And as you can see, like, to me, it's just wider. Like, this one seems so much wider, and he's just ever so taller, like slightly taller. You can see back to back, like just slightly, ever so slightly, and he just looks wider. And I thought that looked so good for my HiyaToys. I understand HiyaToys, I understand Predators are like 7'5" to 8 feet, depending on the species, and 9 feet tall for the super predators and the females. But I just wanted to get these because they made them look so much more imposing. I have so many ideas, folks. I have to put these guys together, so just stay tuned. It'll be quite a while for me, but a brief moment for you. So I hope you guys enjoy. I have some nice photography plans. Stay tuned. Okay, my peeps. So it's actually been quite a while. I had a few snags along the way with creating this video. Some heartbreak. My Hunk figure, he broke as I was literally like fitting on his forearm. So I'll tell you, it's not, these figures are high quality despite what happened, but I could tell you that because they're so small, look at the light, because they're so small, the joints are just, they're not gonna take regular punishment, and that's obvious. And it was effortless. Like, I didn't even know it was broken until I put the sleeve on, and well, the gauntlet. I put the gauntlet on, and then his hand just fell off. But I have really good super glue, and it worked. You know, I put it straight, so he lost articulation. Like this one could, you know, move side to side. But these guys are insanely detailed for how small they are, but after putting them all together, they severely lose articulation. But, you know, they have armor on. Even some of the other JoyToy stuff with their armor on loses articulation. But that wasn't the point of why I got them. I got them because they make your Predators from HiyaToys, which they're no longer doing, look great. I'm talking about the first generation Predators, you know, the Predator 1, you know, the Jungle Hunter, and then Predator 2, the Lost Tribe, all the figures that came out. It makes them look so nice. But yeah, I'm glad I did this because I had an idea that I wanted to do with the photos, you know, and I think they all look good. One of them came with a stand. I think it was this guy. I got this guy as a leader, like to be the leader, but he has the least articulation because I thought this skirt was gonna be like super soft plastic. It's not. It's really hard plastic. So I don't know if you can see there, but it's barely you know, I could barely pick his legs up. But yeah, if you are into this, you could buy a bunch of different ones, and then, you know, some of them have different, like he would look really good with, you know, one of their belts. But there is another one in the line that has a better belt that I would give him, but I'm not gonna be purchasing these like any further than this because I just got super inspired because I just thought they'll make your HiyaToys Predators look really good, and I got an idea for a scene. I posted it on Instagram, my motivation that I got, and I was like, ooh, I want to see if like the new JoyToy 125 scale stuff were better than, you know, the stuff that they did in the past. And I do think so. I do think that that is true. Again, I did this earlier, but I put these two out, and this guy is older than these, you know, I mean younger than these figures, so I could show you what I mean. I just feel like they're the same height technically, just maybe a little, yeah, he's a little taller, but like just the width, he's just wider. Like it's this guy's just a wider figure. And if I, you know, was gonna dig into this line, I would probably get a female head sculpt for this figure because I feel like this is more like, I don't know, I just get feminine vibes from this figure, but this figure is awesome. This is like from, wow, a couple of years ago. Not that long. I'm making it seem like it's 10, but it's maybe like 3-4 years ago, maybe, I forget. But yeah, it's a great figure. Paid way too much for this guy. These guys right here, they're all like under 20 bucks. So I would suggest, I would even say like maybe that's even too much for that, but they're being overseas and, you know, all the tariff stuff, so they're 20 bucks. But yeah, I hope you guys like this. I just got this so that I could like do a really, you know, really cool scene. So he's on a stand, but I'll even show you how like they fare next to, you know, other figures that you might have or models that you might have. So in my opinion, I still think that the Hexagear Governors are better, because they're not better in the sense of like they're better figures because they're model kits. So eventually they start, you know, getting like this, and then you have to do a whole bunch of shit to fix it. But it's just that they're the perfect size for me, and they're the perfect size for me for the Predators at the time. I got these Hexagear guys, just same reason why I got these JoyToy 125 scales. I just thought that they made these figures look, they made the HiyaToys look better. But if you guys are curious on how they look next to some modern JoyToy figures, we'll get into that as well. So I do have one of my favorite, you know, customs that I did. It's not even a custom. I just, you know, weathered him up heavily. And in my imagination and in my head canon, this is the Doomslayer. But yeah, but you could see how, and you guys, if you collect, you know, even 6-inch figures, and you put this figure, this is from an army builder from 2 years ago. If you put this next to a 6-inch figure, it looks so small next to the 6-inch figure. So you could imagine how small. I mean, look at my finger next to, you know, these guys. It's ridiculous. But here's one of the other reasons why you know, it sucks, and I really hope someday in the future, like JoyToy or Hasbro, because I think Hasbro and Mattel got the rights to Predator now, but I would love if they were to, you know, give us some maybe like 5-inch, or like McFarlane could do like page punchers of these guys, because I'll just put it, how can I do this? But yeah, look at that. This size doesn't, you know, it's not good for me. It's not good for me. The Predator should not be, and I have the Predator a little closer, you know, so they should be much bigger. But yeah, so that's a modern JoyToy figure next to these guys. But let's get some other creepier ones out. But you know what, before I do the creepy one, let me show you guys one of my other favorite. This is Arnold. This is from Fresh Monkey Fiction. By the way, I do think this is the, aside from Star Wars vintage collection stuff, because they're 3.75, they're meant, you know, this is actually not a 1/18 scale. They market it as 1/18 scale, but it's 3.75, which is, you know, they're around that 4-inch range, so that's why they always bulk them in together. But he would look better more with 3.75-inch scale figures, and this guy is just about that, you know, you put them together. But you know, ideally I would like a Predator to be like that when it comes to a human. But yeah, this is how he looks next to the 125 scale stuff, and it looks cool to me, you know, it looks cool to me. But obviously you can't put these together because it's severely out of scale. But yeah, this is my Dutch. And then here's one of the older Predators, that one more, I would say, like modern Predators that came out a couple of years ago. It's a shame that HiyaToys lost the rights to them. And they're probably not even giving it two thoughts, because they got the Godzilla rights. And they have all these other rights, like RoboCop and all these things that they're gonna do, so they probably don't even care. But yeah, I think he doesn't look so bad next to these guys either. Makes your Predators look more imposing, kind of like one of the reasons why I like I don't like the Avatar movies, but I do like, you know, like the lore, because it's like just more aliens that you could like imagine. But this is my imagination, be like, oh, how if they were that sized, you know, Predators with that size, it would be awesome. But yeah, guys, this is not like a review. I don't want to really review these things. I just wanted to show them off a little bit. Maybe you guys might get into it. And here is the Xenomorph from Alien vs. Predator. If you guys, you know what? I'll do this better. Let's be professional. I have it on a pad that, you know, has a grip like a mouse pad, so that it don't fall, but it's kind of bubbly. Yeah, let's move these two guys out the way so you can see. Yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys think. But the whole purpose for this video was the idea that I had. So I'm gonna do some picks. You saw some picks in the beginning. We're gonna do some picks now. So I hope you guys enjoy. Really enjoyed doing this. This is purely inspired by just toy photography stuff that I wanted to do. I wanted to create a nice horror ambiance. So you guys let me know what you think. Okay, guys? This is Ben with That Damn Figure Show, and I am out. Peace.